Afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you until realistically probably about 3:30, 3:40-ish, somewhere in there. 3:30, 3:40. This is going to be a really short show. I didn't really have much to discuss, much to talk about. I wanted to come on and explain. I'm again, it's a really short show, and I had posted that I would not be here, but I decided to come on just to kind of explain that, which is kind of silly, to explain why I'm not going to be here, or in this case, why I'm leaving really early. Again, we are doing some editing. To the show. I think we had to go back and re-edit the network edit. I'm gonna call it that. And then we got to do the syndication edit, and the network edit is done. So I'll have to leave here and go to the studio and do a few things to it. For me, it's just a few clicks of a mouse. If I explain it, it sounds technical, like I'm doing something, but I'm really not. I'm just a few clicks of a mouse. That the executive producer is just much more comfortable with me doing it than him doing it. So I'll go and do that, and then that'll be that. But I need to be up there at around 4:30. 4:30. Let's see. But good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me go through and quickly say good afternoon. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Sierra, you weren't first, but good afternoon. Well, you were first on Facebook. Good afternoon. Miss Pittsburgh, good afternoon. And Sierra says happy Friday. She said happy Friday to you, little baby. Anthony, good afternoon. We got Terry, good afternoon. Checking in from downtown. Yo Underwood says good afternoon. Hey, Emmanuel, stand up. I don't know what that means. Why would I stand up? I don't even. Pamela, good afternoon. David, good afternoon, David. Good afternoon. Anthony says he's checking in or representing the Wood. Preston checking in. Good afternoon, Preston. Good afternoon. Dwayne's representing Mount Airy. Got Andrea representing Gulf Manor. Got Breeny representing North College Hill. The little baby here. Yeah, I told y'all Friday is my day to pick her up. So on Fridays, I may or may not be late. But I wasn't as late today as I thought I was going to be. My Osha, good afternoon. She says from Avondale. All right. Scott, good afternoon. West Walnut Hills. Phyllis, good afternoon. Phyllis says, I voted early yesterday at the Board of Elections. Of course, I vote on election day, and I use the little machine. I still call it the E-Slate. And I know y'all told me what it was called, but I don't remember. It don't matter. I just point to the machine. I want to vote using that. Let me see. Let's see. TC, good afternoon. Twin, representing Finneytown. All right. Janice says, well, I was surprised. Yeah, I wasn't going to come on because I've been getting attacked all day for supporting law enforcement. But I decided to come on. But it's going to be really short because I have to leave at like 3:30, 3:45, somewhere in there. So it's going to be really short. Tina, good afternoon. David. Yo Underwood says happy I was able to make it. I'm happy too. Andrea, good afternoon. Shahara, good afternoon. She's representing Bond Hill. Keisha, representing North College Hill as well. Good afternoon. And Regina, representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Sierra says attacked. Which show? Both shows. I was attacked on the Lincoln Ware show with Raven Mundy. People attacked me for supporting law enforcement. And then I went on Wyatt and I thought this will be a friendly audience. I can support law enforcement over here. And I was attacked. And even the host on the Wyatt Live show said I was being sarcastic. And I'm like, dang, Ian can't support the police. Ian can't support the police now. Now, if I would have went on there talking about, oh, the police was wrong and blah, 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 then it would have been like, yeah, we knew you was going to say that. But then I say, hey, police are good guys and they shouldn't go to jail. Now I'm being sarcastic. I'm being attacked. I can't win. I can't win. And then I can't even joke on the Lincoln Ware show now because I don't want people's life on my hands. I can't even tell a joke over there. If I tell a joke, I'm afraid somebody gonna have a stroke. Somebody gonna have a stroke. I'm not in the business of giving people strokes. I don't want that. So, now, here's the truth. Here's what I found out. When people think I'm being sarcastic, I guess that's a way to classify it. But here's what I do. I say what you just said. I just say it in plain language. I say what you said, but I say it in plain language. And when you read it or hear it in plain language, it sounds ridiculous to you. Like if I don't do all this other stuff to cover it up. If I don't do all this other stuff to cover it up, it sounds ridiculous. Well, I mean, everybody in your profession, if you work at the plant and something happened and somebody covered for you, then that's okay. But the police and everybody don't get arrested when they break the law. So you got to do, and you can't be expecting everybody to get arrested. So sometimes if you do certain stuff, then maybe you shouldn't be arrested. And, if you got the right sort of people with discretion who can make a decision about whether or not you should, then maybe that we can't expect the law enforcement to do what the other law enforcement. And then I just come in and I say, police shouldn't go to jail unless they do something absolutely horrendous, caught on tape, where everybody saw it and the media is against it and other police are against it. Police shouldn't go to jail. Because that's the essence of what you were saying. Oh, that sounds crazy. That sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm just saying what you're saying. Just in plain language. I'm saying what you said, just in plain language. Strip all of the other, all the filler and all of the buffer and all of the fluff and all of that stuff. Strip all of that away. What are you saying? Police shouldn't go to jail unless they do something really, really, really wrong, like murder somebody, and it's caught on tape. Then, maybe. So, you being sarcastic. I'm just saying what you said. That's being sarcastic. People see through that. Actually, most times the point that I'm trying to make is that I see through all of that other stuff that you're saying. Here is the message that you're really trying to put out. But you're trying to put it out in a way to make it palatable for everybody else. I see through that. You get mad at me for saying what you saying, for backing you up. Get mad at me. Jenna says, gee, when they're right, they're right. When they're wrong, they're wrong. What's wrong with that? I'm with you. Well, a lot of people don't feel that way. A lot of people really genuinely feel like, I've heard non-police officers say this, and I've heard police officers say this. They feel like, as law enforcement, they should get some special privileges. And they do use that whole, oh, well, in your profession, what if you saw so-and-so? And it's like, When I was a talk show host, I didn't take an oath to uphold the law. So if I break a rule, I broke a rule. I didn't swear to not do that. And if I get caught breaking the rule, I should have to pay the punishment, especially by somebody who's sworn to uphold the rules that I swore to uphold. So it's different. Let me ask this question, and it's just a question. You can think about it, or you can put the answer in the chat. Do you believe that there are certain people who should be held to a higher standard? Do you believe certain people should be held to a higher standard? Like, I believe judges should be held to a higher standard. The only thing that I can think of that when that judge sentenced Tracy Hunter, not that I agreed that it applied in that case, but he said, as a judge, as a public, worker, you should be held to a higher standard. Judges shouldn't be out there breaking the law when you sending people to jail for breaking the law. That makes sense. Police officers shouldn't be out there breaking the law when they're arresting people for breaking the law. Right? So I'm saying in that case, or in cases like that, people should be held to a higher standard. And so from that perspective, I think they do stuff backwards. And I'm not even talking about the specific case of the St. Bernard officer. I'm talking about just the fact that when law enforcement does break the law, very rarely do they suffer the same punishments that regular citizens. And I always hate that, because if we're regular citizens, what are they? They're super citizens. They're super citizens. But if I would get arrested for driving drunk, if a police officer gets stopped and he's drunk, he should get arrested. And his fine should maybe be double mine, or his punishment should be double my punishment. Because he took an oath. And he would actually arrest somebody for doing what he's doing. Like, I think I made the point. I think it's clear. So when you make the excuse, again, which I've heard police make, I've heard law enforcement make, and I've heard, some citizens make. Like, come on. No, I disagree with that. Sierra, I agree. Justice Thomas shouldn't get his loan secretly forgiven while he's striking down affirmative action or loan forgiveness. How do you say, no to loan forgiveness, but you get your secret loans forgiven by Harlan Crow? I still don't care what y'all say. If you are creating a racist character, like you writing a book set in Mississippi in 1952, and you got a bad guy, racist, you couldn't give him a better name than Harlan Crow. I don't know the actual Harlan Crow, but his name is Harlan Crow. I think he got to be racist with that name. Just like they're saying, if your name is Reggie, you might be gay. I'm not. I didn't make the rule. Certain names have a certain connotation to them. Like, my name is Reggie. I ain't gay. You sure? Because your name is Reggie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But somebody named Reggie mad at me. Gonna scratch my eyes out. Don't scratch my eyes out, Reggie. Don't scratch my eyes out. I'm just lightweight joking, sorta. But that was that. And I mean, that's just the way I see that. But I do hate that I can't support law enforcement. I don't know where people got this idea that I'm anti-law enforcement. Just because I think law enforcement should be held to a standard, that doesn't mean I'm anti-law enforcement. Jeannie says the city council guy. What city council guy? I'm just talking in general, the name Reggie. I know one Reggie that I'm pretty sure ain't gay. I got a cousin named Reggie. Reggie not gay. Other than that, I think Reggie, don't name your son Reggie. What else? Shoot, it was something else. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, no, I'm just, yeah, today is just not my day. You know, some days it's your day, other days it's not your day. Today is just not my day. Can y'all tell me this? Since I only got a few more minutes. I got maybe 10 more minutes in the show. Hold on, David says, you've had law enforcement over for dinner. You have the right. I have had law enforcement. Why do people think I'm playing when I say that? I have friends, relatives. Why can't I have law enforcement over for dinner? Why can't I support law enforcement? If one of my friends or something like that, who I know who's in law enforcement, if I was out there and I saw something going down, I would step in and help them. Now, I can't say that for everybody. I ain't no bootlicker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bootlicker. Just because the police said it is, and oh, he's arresting that guy, and that guy's, you know, look like he might be resisting. Let me help the police. Nah, I'm not that guy. I don't know the situation. I don't know the situation. I could be helping the police violate somebody's rights. I'm not going to do that. But the friends that I have, I genuinely don't believe that they're walking around violating people's rights. So I would help them. Step in like Mr. Mims did for Lincoln. Yeah. Yeah. And look, if I saw Lincoln getting his ass beat by Black Jesus, like Mr. Mims saw. Mr. Mims, he minding his own business. He walking down the street. He walk up on Lincoln Ware getting his ass beat by Mr. Mims. And he steps in and help. If I walked up and I saw that same thing, I would help Lincoln. I ain't just gonna sit there and watch Lincoln get his ass beat. Now, I'm not going to jump the other guy. I'm going to like try to jump in between them to separate it and break up the fight. I'm not helping Lincoln beat somebody up because I don't know what Lincoln might have did. I don't know what Lincoln might have did. Lincoln might have slept with that man's wife for all I know. I'm not saying that Lincoln did that. I'm just saying painting a scenario wherein Lincoln could theoretically be in the wrong. So I'm not going to help Lincoln beat up a dude because the dude found out that Lincoln, you know, had sexual relations with his wife. That's what I'm saying. But I wouldn't just sit back and watch Lincoln get beat down. I would, hey, break this up. That's what I would do. We got a celebrity in the house. How y'all letting E piss y'all off today? I don't even understand what I've done. But okay, that was my question. I got sidetracked. I sidetracked myself. Here's my question. What do I do to make people so upset? Really? I'm asking a genuine question. What do I do to make people so upset? Somebody tell me, for real. Like, for real. What do I do to make people so upset? I don't know. I just talk. Like, try to be reasonable and logical. If I believe you're wrong, I try to get you to see the error of your ways. Talk about Aaliyah. What I said about Aaliyah was true. It wasn't an attack on her. See, I think that's what it is. People believe that I'm attacking people when I'm really just saying things that are factual. Just because you don't like the fact doesn't make it an attack. It's a fact. It's like me saying, if somebody said, "Oh man, you 5'5", like, why are you attacking me? He's not attacking you. He's saying your actual height. That's not an attack. Now it's stuff you can add to it to attempt to make it an attack, but it's not an attack. I would not get mad at anyone who said I'm 5'5". I don't even get mad at people who use the subjective term short. You short. Okay. I understand it based on the average height of a man in America. I'm short. I don't get upset about that. Now, if you call me a demented dwarf, you're a demented dwarf. Okay, that's an attack. That's an attack. I was actually called that today. That's an attack. But, to say something factual, to me, that's not an attack. So, no, everything I said about Aaliyah was factual. Raven said I go against the grain. But why is going against the grain worthy of attack? I'm asking, to me, this is a serious question. Just because you don't agree with me, I keep using Wyatt. Number one, because I like the dude. Number two, because I want to get y'all to, kind of listen to him a little more. And number three, because I disagree with some of the stuff that he says. He goes against my grain. Is that the appropriate use of that term? I'm not sure. But I disagree with some of the stuff he said. But I have no desire to attack that brother and, call him names or, dismiss him as, something negative or anything like that. We just disagree. So going against the grain should not. Because for, people wanting to attack you and people being mad. Why? Anthony says, you're abrasive all the damn time. In what way? See, that's what I was hoping not. I was hoping people would give concrete examples of some sort. If you say I'm abrasive, what is abrasive about saying something factual? And you can't even put it in, well, it's your tone. I typed the words. There's no tone in typing. There's no tone. I'm typing facts and people mad. So it can't be tone. And if you can look at what I said and say, that's factual, why would that make a person so mad that now they virtual stalk you? I be effing with them and I'm good at it. In what way? How is stating facts, or at least logical opinions, without even saying that your opinion is wrong, just stating an opinion that's different than yours, how's that effing with you, especially in a talk show context? Even though this is not just limited to talk shows, it happens in real life. You always be starting something. So y'all just saying general stuff. General stuff. Will y'all ever stop beefing? Who? Will whoever stop beefing? I'm not beefing with anybody. What did you say about Aaliyah? I didn't say anything negative except that, when she passed away, I said there was a little something about her persona that had a certain hoochie factor to it that I would not have wanted my daughter to emulate. That's it. Legit. That's it. All I said. You and Nate jumping him. Who is him? Who are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. I thought you said you weren't doing the show since people have been bullying you all day. I did, but then I made it home in time, and I had a few minutes, and, the drive home, I drove home with the windows down. The little baby started it. She rolled her window down first, and then I was like, okay, the window's down. It gave me time to cool off, and so I decided to do the show, and again, I'll probably be on another maybe 8 minutes. Mary, good afternoon. Vincent says, you put me in the mind of the little brother that knows all the secrets of the siblings and uses that against you with the parents. Add a short man's Napoleon complex. No, hey, what is a short man's Napoleon complex? Because I don't think I have it. And the only reason that I would say I don't think I have it is because I was in my late 20s, early 30s before I really realized I was short. So I don't know that I had time to develop one. I genuinely never paid attention to the fact that I was short. I didn't factor my height into most things because I could dunk. I don't know why. To me, that meant I wasn't short, but in my mind, that meant I was not short. So what is a Napoleon complex? Somebody explain that to me, please. Maybe I do have it. I don't know. There's always sarcasm coming from you, even in your compliments. First, you can't prove that. You can't prove that. You just can't. Just because you believe I'm being sarcastic doesn't mean that I'm being sarcastic. And you can't say you can tell by your tone, because it don't be like, I'll call Lincoln Ware and I'll say, congratulations on your 50 years in radio. Your 50 years in radio. You being sarcastic. How is that sarcastic? To congratulate a man on a heck of an achievement. You being sarcastic. No, I'm congratulating his end. Wesley once said, you're arrogant with your ignorance. See, I don't think I am. I think when I'm ignorant about a thing, I say, and y'all may not remember this, but there was a time ago when I was doing a show and people were asking me questions. Just not just one show, but people would ask me questions and I would say, I don't know. And somebody said, you shouldn't say you don't know. You say you don't know, it sound like you don't know stuff. I was like, because there are things that I don't know, and I'm one of those people who, if I don't know, I'm not going to pretend that I know stuff that I don't know. Which is why every once in a while, hold on a second, twin, which is why every once in a while, I will say, somebody will call in. Let me turn that down. Every once in a while, somebody will call in and say something. I just lost my train of thought. The noise in the background made me lose my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. This is the second time in as many days as that has happened to me. Let me go to the phone. Maybe I'll remember it. I was talking about being not having a problem saying that I don't know things. And I don't have a problem saying that I don't know. And people were like, oh, it make you sound like you don't know. And I'm like, the things that I don't know, I don't know. And that's where I was going. One day, well, a few times, people have called in and said, like try to throw out a random fact. and say, Emanuel, do you know who so-and-so is? And I'll be like, yeah. And they be like, well, then who is it? That always bothers me. Here's why that bothers me. I wouldn't say I know if I don't know. I would say, no, I don't know. And so my instinct, and I had to fight the instinct, but my instinct is, all right, either I answer the question and tell you who that person is and hang up the phone because that was your question. And I let you get that off and then we done. Or we move on, you accept that I know what I just told you that I know, and then you can actually get to your point. That's the way I like to handle that. Do you know who Martin Luther King was? Yes, I know who Martin Luther King was. Who is it? Do you want me to answer the question or do you want to finish your call? Because if I answer the question, that's the end of your call. It's just one of my pet peeves. I'm not going to tell you I know something that I don't know. I don't do that. Twin.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me, man?
I can hear you, sir.
You do be sarcastic, man. Stop it, man.
Hold on. How can you determine whether or not I'm being sarcastic?
Every day, different people with Lincoln, happy 50 or whatever. But you know, either you being sarcastic or funny, one of the two. But I think you're being more sarcastic. You know you've been in the game 50 years and all that. Oh, first of all, before I start, congratulations on the 50.
Hold on. Are you on a speaker? Hold on. Are you on a speaker? It's getting hard to understand you.
Hold on, please. Hold on. I say, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, my fault. Yeah, you know you being sarcastic sometimes. Sometimes when you call in, hey, man, I want to say, first of all, congratulations on your 50. And you already know it is. And you be always trying
What is sarcastic about that?
You try to be funny and everything else, and you already know that it's his 50 and everything, and you try to be funny about it.
And I am congratulating him on that.
Man, you do it. It seems like you do it on purpose.
Yes, I do it on purpose. Yes, I do it on purpose. I congratulate him intentionally.
And even in the chat, by your conversation or with the way you talk and everything else, you be sarcastic when people say something. Or I'm like, man, he feels
like
funny
what?
Now, man.
Like what?
And then I'll be like, then if we ask somebody asks you a question, something like that, you act like play the crazy role and everything. Just like you covering up for them, blocking for them police officers. No, damn well don't fund them police because they don't do nothing, Emanuel. I'm jumping to another subject now.
Okay.
They don't do nothing, man, because they sit back and only thing, how is it, listen, man, how is it that I pay taxes in the state of Ohio, and you tell me I can't drive around to Indian Hills, Montgomery, and none of them and everything because I'm black? I get stereotyped driving through there.
Hold on. Who told you that you can't drive to Indian Hill or anything like that?
I'm just saying, why is it that black, when you black or whatever, the police get behind you, and that when you go to Blue Ash or say Montgomery, one of them, high rate towns or whatever, with the money and everything else, why is it that they got to get behind you and everything? Even you're legit, you're a straight neutron.
Wait. So what you're asking me is, do I believe that police,
some of them police they do need to be defunded.
I'm drawing a blank on profile. That's the word. Do I believe that police profile people? Absolutely. Yes. I never said they don't.
So why you say you need the city need to fund them or whatever? Police need to be funded.
Well, the police do need to be funded. I don't know that I've ever actually outright said that, but that's just common sense. The police need to be funded.
Why you think that, though?
How else are they going to operate?
Same way they've been doing.
So you believe the police should just work for free, just volunteer?
What the hell they do? They don't do nothing.
Hold on, I'm just asking you. Are you saying that you believe that police
every
should
man
volunteer?
should be paid for what they do?
Well, how do you think they're going to pay them if they're not funded?
I mean, somehow they come up with something.
But that's still being funded.
Hey, that's their issue. They still don't do nothing. I still don't. Whatever they got, they got. I mean, I wouldn't give them no more money or whatever because they don't do nothing, man. You got look at that. Like them brothers in Memphis that killed their boy. They deserve to be locked up. Cause you look
Well,
at
you
it,
know,
they
one of
took
them
the,
pleaded guilty. I believe they're
yeah, he got 15.
suggesting 15 years for him, and he'll have to cooperate against the others. But
I mean,
still, the idea that you believe police should get paid, but you don't believe that they should be funded. If they're not funded, they won't get paid. I don't understand what you're saying.
funded like what you talking about, raise or something like that? Oh, what, new uniforms,
You the
new
one who
cars?
said it. I didn't say anything about police being funded. You brought that up. I didn't.
I'm asking. I thought you brought it up on your show earlier.
No.
When you first came on, you said something about somebody was saying something about on Lincoln Way. I think the police should be funded or something like that to you.
No.
You can't recall?
I didn't say it. I think, you heard something that didn't happen.
Oh, I thought you was talking about they should be funded or
No,
whatever.
sir. No, sir.
I could have sworn. I thought you said that.
I did not.
Oh yeah, all right. All right, you be easy, man.
You do the same.
All right.
All right. Now, was I being sarcastic with him as well? But like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Somebody said, wait a minute. Vincent said, short guys are always super tough or cocky. I have a short sibling. That's not true. First, I believe typically when you use the term always about almost anything, it becomes factually inaccurate. Short guys are not always super tough or cocky. And I don't portray myself as super tough or cocky. So how do I have that? I'm not running around threatening to catch people in the street to, murder them. I'm not doing that. People do that to me, but I don't do that to people. I'm not running up on people trying to intimidate them. I'm not trying to bully people. If you want to talk about this later, then meet me, name the place and time we can meet. I'm not doing that. So how do I get labeled with that? So girls in your class looking down at you didn't give you a clue. I never paid attention. When I look at people, I can see their eyes. They're not doing this. I'm not doing this. In my head, that little difference wasn't that big of a deal. Mary says, it's your delivery maybe. I'm typing a lot of the times. So it's not delivery. I say I support law enforcement. See, you being sarcastic. What was it about my delivery that made it sound sarcastic? It was just words typed. David says, you might call Lincoln to congratulate him on his 50 years, but you say it during every call. Well, that's usually because what happened right before I came on was they just ran a promo that said, celebrating 50 years in radio, Lincoln Ware. And I just heard about it. So yes, congratulations on your 50 years. I would say if he want me to stop congratulating, stop running that promo or that liner. But if you run a liner right before I come on that says, Lincoln Ware celebrating 50 years in radio, I'm going to be like, congratulations on your 50 years. What is wrong with that? Look, if on my birthday, September 23rd, I walk around and I be like, hey, guess what? It's my birthday. And you say, happy birthday. And then I see you 10 minutes later and I'll be like, hey, guess what? It's my birthday. And you'll be like, okay, happy birthday. And then I see you 10 minutes later and I'll be like, guess what? It's my birthday. And you say, happy birthday. Why are you being sarcastic? What do you mean? You just announced that it's your birthday. I don't care if it's for the 3rd time or the 10th time. You announced it. So I'm telling you, happy birthday. There's no sarcasm there. See, all of this is in y'all head. Y'all still can't tell me what I did. I'm looking at the clock. I got to get ready to get out of here. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? I think that's about it. Uh, I think that's about it. I think that's about it, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. Can we get a Saturday show? I don't think so. I think I'll be busy tomorrow too. Um, I'm trying to look and see if there's anything else on here that I should. Jason said the way you said it. I typed, I support law enforcement. And I was told I was being sarcastic. There is no way that you said it. It was typed words. If you don't know why you piss people off, you're the problem. That's not true. I reject that. I reject that. I think, see, here's what I think it is. And then I do have to go. Hold on a second. This is kind of like when I typed something and you assumed I said it was an attack or going off when it totally wasn't. How's it feel to have it come back to you? Now, you was attacking. I don't even remember what it was, but I know if it came from you, it was an attack on me. And I don't know why we beefing, Shahara. I have no idea why we beefing. None. Janice said, no, that's sarcasm. Admit it. I would not admit something that's not true. I would not admit something that's not true. I don't know why me and Shahara beefing. She just started beefing with me one day out of nowhere. E-Man, you hit buttons to challenge your listeners, but come off as abrasive. It's like you saying, prove me wrong, not prove why you're right. Maybe that is. Maybe that's what it is. People feel like I think I'm right. And I'm here to tell y'all again, for probably the 1,000th time, yes, I always think I'm right. And that might be it. That might be it. Maybe if I started my stuff with, I could be wrong, but, this is probably wrong, but, the way I feel about it, which is wrong, by the way. You know what? I think I'm wrong when I say that I have a First Amendment right to that. Maybe if I did that, it would make other people feel more comfortable with themselves, questioning themselves. But why would I say it if I think it's wrong? Why would I state that I believe something if I believe it to be wrong? That's not reasonable to me. If you're running around telling people stuff, kind of stating things as factual that you already believe to be wrong, I think something is wrong with you. I don't understand the idea of being mad because someone thinks that they're right. I would hope that you think that you're right. And I keep saying this. If I thought that 2 + 2 was 5, I think it. And yes, I think I'm right. But the beauty is when you show me, when you prove to me that 2 + 2 is 4, I'm like, okay, now I believe 2 + 2 is 4. And guess what? I think I'm right. Because once I think I'm wrong, I want to change. Who's running around here saying stuff that they think is wrong? I don't understand it. Sierra, I don't know, but people get mad at me. People been getting mad at me for that, about that for years. You always think you're right. One of these days, I'm going to do a show where I don't say nothing but stuff that I think is wrong. And then people go be like, so you're being sarcastic. y'all get mad when I think I'm right. So then I give y'all what y'all asked for and say stuff that I think is wrong. And now I'm sarcastic because I'm giving you what you want. But you didn't actually want what you thought you wanted. And I'm not in the business necessarily of giving people what they want. I'm in the business of giving people what they need. All right, y'all. LaDonna says, I feel sorry for Mrs. Livingston. Why? Why? Mrs. Livingston is, you know, why would you feel sorry for Mrs. Livingston? She get love, she get attention, she get her needs taken care of, she get this good wood, you know. Why would you feel sorry for her? No reason. No reason. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Again, I'm sorry I had to cut this short, but I have somewhere I had to be at 4:30, and it really take me about 45 minutes to get there. So I'm gonna be a little bit late, but that's okay. As you move about this weekend, hold on. Preacher's son talking crazy. I'm married, bro. I'm married. There's nothing crazy about a husband and a wife intimately being together sexually. There's nothing crazy about that. The marriage bed is holy and undivided. Got that from Sister Francis. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. If you out and about and you deal with people, be the reason that somebody smiles. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.